A train and a bus collided at a rail crossing near the town of Drniš, northeast of Šibenik, this morning. 16 bus passengers were injured. 4 of them suffered serious injuries, and 1 is in critical condition. They are being treated at Šibenik General Hospital. The crossing gate had not been lowered as the train approached. An investigation is underway. The bus was a Knin local line bound for Drniš. Government employee labor unions signed a new labor agreement at the seat of government today. The deal was signed by Labor and Pension System Minister Mirando Mrsić and representatives of 2 police force labor unions and the state and local officials and government employees union. Minister Mrsić said that despite a slow start to the talks, the sides had managed to engage in a productive social dialogue. This is the peak weekend of the tourist season, and heavy traffic is reported on Croatia's highways. Lines were several kilometers long in both directions at the Lučko interchange toll booths near Zagreb. There were also lines at Croatia's major airports and ferry terminals. The United States has issued a worldwide travel alert. The State Department warned Americans that al-Qaeda may be planning attacks in August, particularly in the Middle East and North Africa, and possibly on the Arabian Peninsula. The alert comes shortly after the U.S. announced nearly 24 embassies and consulates would be shut on Sunday. Britain, Germany, and France have said they would close their embassies in Yemen. Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri urged Egypt's Muslim Brotherhood to abandon democracy and seek to govern through the full implementation of Islamic law. In a recording posted on Islamist websites today, Zawahiri also criticized Islamists who supported the Egyptian military in ousting former Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi. Clashes between Morsi supporters and the army continue on the streets of Cairo. Suicide bombers targeted the Indian consulate in the eastern Afghan city of Jalalabad today, killing at least 6 civilians and wounding 22. A group of writers, poets, and actors is sailing down Croatia's coast in a ship that is doubling as a bookstore. This special project aims to raise interest in literature among tourists and locals alike. The organizers have partnered this year with Austria.
This project is really marvelous for us. On the one side, of course, we have the chance to get in contact with Croatian artists.
Along for the tour is also Austrian Turkish-born writer Seher Çakir.
I'm excited. There are such nice places in every island. When we arrive, I decide, if I would have the money, I would buy a house here. I'm totally fell in love with Croatia.
The ship sailed for Skradin today. It will continue on to Marina, Trogir, and further down the coast. The open-air Gradec Summer Cinema is open once again in Zagreb's historic Upper Town. The popular film series will feature nightly screenings over the next 32 days. The event has become a summer must for cinemaphiles, and best of all, admission is free. In sports news, Croatia has won the bronze medal at the FINA World Water Polo Championships after beating Italy this afternoon for a final score of 10-8. Hungary and Montenegro are battling it out for the gold tonight. Also at the FINA World Championships, Russia's Yulia Efimova set a world record in the women's 50-meter breaststroke in her heat today. Efimova clocked a time of 29.78 seconds to beat the previous best of 29.80 set by American Jessie Hardy in 2009. Sunday's forecast calls for sunny skies. There may be some passing clouds in the west and north reaches of the country. Winds in the interior will be mostly mild. On the coast, a light northeasterly in the morning, turning to a westerly and northwesterly later in the day. In the south, a southwesterly wind. Morning lows will range from 16 to 21 degrees Celsius in the interior and from 22 to 27 degrees on the coast. The day's highs will still hover in the high 30s, reaching up to 40 degrees in Dalmatia's interior.